Come on.
Yeah, go in there.
Okay.
I thought I was going off the dome, man. Like, you know, like before they made YouTube, they used to call me. Then I fell back. And I saw your list last night. You had that Nelly Sweat suit, right?
No, I had to plan, but I really want to.
You're gonna have females come up in there a whole lot too. We'll play a card in and see.
So we finna go ahead and start this out the right way.
It's very simplistic.
It's not that simple.
It is. It's very simple, bro.
Happy
Straight.
Hump Day. Happy Hump Day.
Straight.
If you don't,
Oh, we live.
let me tell y'all something. I don't care how many times that anybody want to come out. When Oprah want to come say what she got to say, Stedman show his tail. If Stedman was her brother, she would cuss him out in front of people. I mean, he live in the pool house anyway.
Have you seen the pool house?
Have you seen the pool house?
Shit.
It's Hump Day. Today has been it's been Wednesday, and it's only a Wednesday can. But tonight, we are here to have a really good time and a really good discussion. I'm gonna learn today, and I'm excited about it because we're going to talk about producers in hip hop. It's hard to say who the greatest producer of all time is because different eras had different leaders.
It's really not.
David Russell. There's no one bigger than the group.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Damn Otis. First of all, but it's a tough conversation, but it's a great conversation to have because there are some songs that make their success solely because of the beat. And right now, in a world of TikTok and all these different things, beats have gone from a whole different meaning. Before, it was what's going to make the fat 8 at 8. Right now, you go live if you're a TikTok thing, and if the beat is nice and they can make a dance to it, you can have a song like I'm just thinking with, but thinking with an interesting part of himself that was years old that came back around, but the beat. So producing is huge. So without further ado, I'm going to let our guests introduce themselves. We have a producer. We have the Palmetto Prince. We have the King of Controversy.
That's your name, bro?
That's you. Then who would be you?
Then you look dead at him. You're like, oh, that's you?
That's your name,
Yeah,
bro?
actually, that's me.
He got
man.
a twin.
That ain't me.
Listen, man.
Controversy
I'm not
point.
controversy.
Oh,
We
okay.
have
very
good
much so,
discuss-
very
good,
much so.
healthy discussions.
Oh.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just like what Hurt posted the other day, it's because I don't agree with you. Don't mean I don't like you.
And Herc said, nah.
Hold up. I just know you made another addition to,
A brighter light.
addition to, yeah.
It's blinding you, ain't it?
I don't know.
I have two of them too.
Is my coloring right? Is my eyes right? Is that what it's for?
All I
How much
ask
does
is
that
for y'all
cost?
to let
How much does that cost?
to get your color, your eyes right.
You know, please were we frugal about this?
Oh, you asked me how much I spent?
Yes.
So right now we're gonna let
See, when she goes to
How
that
much-
point, you know she did wrong.
How much do
bang
we?
a shot. Pick a person. Who gonna talk first?
How much do we?
Stop asking me questions. Well,
Introduce
any way that
yourself.
make him stop asking me about money.
Introduce yourself.
Shod B, Department of Sprint of Honest Dialogue. Back in the day, I used to do a little rapping here and there, you know what I'm talking about. And that's it.
He called it little till he cut your ass out for saying the wrong thing about rap on social media.
I get you now. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, it's your boy Banga, man. I'm a producer out of Columbia, SC. I've been producing now for 10 years, man. I'm just trying to get somebody out of here.
Right. What up? What up?
Y'all follow my stories today. Both of my flyers with the beats came from my boy Bang over here. So hit him up. Hit him up.
For sure.
What
Let's
up?
get into it. Who's your favorite producer?
Yes.
Besides yourself.
And we're gonna have to
Besides
speak
yourself.
loud. They said
All
they
right.
can't barely hear you, so give us a loud sound today.
My favorite producer, man, of all time is Pharrell. Yeah, man, I think like for real, when he came in the game, he kind of brought something different that wasn't going on at the time.
So you saying Neptunes, because Pharrell don't do it by himself.
Yeah, I mean we can throw him in there too.
Get my boy in the bag.
For real, I feel like Chad definitely was a major part of it, but Pharrell had it together, man.
Back. She said favorite producer. She didn't say favorite beat maker. So
No.
we have.
Sean, how do you tell the difference between the two?
Somebody could just make a beat and don't have nothing to do with the process. Of
So you talking about Puffy and Jermaine Dupri?
No.
Type?
No. A beat maker. Puffy is not actually a beat maker.
He's not.
But he's a producer. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Puffy's a producer. Who's a beat maker?
Exactly. That's what I want to know.
A beat maker.
A beat maker would be like, you got like the at-home producers, man, who sit at home, they make beats at the house. They never even really step foot in the studio ever. And like, to be a producer, man, producing is more than actually just making the beat. It's seeing the track through to finish, you know? So like, for example, like a DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled is a producer. He don't play instruments, or he doesn't put the beats together, but he'll find a pianist that plays the piano. I got a guy that does drums. I got a guy that's good at this. He'll bring them all together, and then he'll see the track through to finish. Find the artist to put on the track himself and see that track through. That's producing, man. Like, it's more than just the beat.
And also arranging the song.
Facts.
Being there with the engineer, making sure it's mixed right, making sure that the levels and everything right. And a lot of times, a lot of producers might even come up with concepts for the song already done for you.
Okay. So I'm seeing that y'all more in depth with the producers and the beat makers. So my whole thing is like, I want to narrow down just one. Give us your top 5 producers of all time. That way we can sit here and elaborate on certain ones. Yes, producers.
Top 5.
Who we know of? Who got hits?
It ain't necessarily got to be hits.
No, I mean, like, how would we know them if they don't have hits? Like, I know somebody in my neighborhood that does beats, but
Nah. If you were rapping, you would know, like,
not really, because we were talking about mixtapes today, and not a lot of people agree with us. My whole thing is like,
but
that's a hip hop head and somebody who likes music. It's different
so
too.
If I was doing an album and I needed 5 producers,
give me that.
That's what I want.
Give me that.
I got Premier, I got Kanye, I got Timberland.
So you said Kanye, Premier, Timberland.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the RZA. And
that's a producer.
I got Timberland in there. You do. Let me go with No ID.
Oh, you disappoint me.
If I'm doing an album, I want them constructed.
If you're doing an album,
If I'm doing an album.
okay. What about you, bro?
Well, you know, mine's gonna be a little bit different, man. I'm younger, man. So.
And he's a producer.
And I'm a
But
producer
you know,
too.
that's
so
a conversation that we said we want to have, is that we have different eras have different things. And
That's a
then
fact.
our generation is going to talk about the things that moved us. I mean, we out now, but when we were out now, we still play what moved us then. So the Timberlands, the Swiss Beats, the Dre's, you hear certain things, but then this generation, like, you can't sleep on what they have out right now, because whether the lyrics, which we always talk about all the time, ain't about shit.
No, we talk about the beats. Sis.
The beats are ridiculously nice. Sometimes the song just play the beat and don't say nothing to me.
But my definition of a producer is like a glove. Someone that find out, it's like a seamstress. They find out your style, they find out what best fits you, and they put that beat around you to cater you.
Yeah.
It's like somebody putting the offense around the prime player. So it's certain producers that could just listen to an artist and put that beat around them, certain beats that
Like if I make this beat, who's perfect for this, I'm gonna call Luda.
Yeah, it emphasizes and enhances their skill set. So my whole thing is like, I don't want you to go with just beats you heard. You're a rapper, right?
That's why I said if I was doing my 5, and I feel like if I sat down with them, they can help me construct a nice conceptual album.
That's gonna
take me from here to here, like from a beginning to the end.
So what's your golden era? What's your definition of golden era? Just give me a number.
A golden era of producers?
Hip hop with a producer. No, I just want to know, because we still bro. But I want to know because bro said he's a different time frame. So so give me your era, your time frame.
I gave you everybody from the 90s.
Okay, so your era is 2010.
Pardon me. Kanye kind of borderline in 90s. No ID.
He
kinda-
produced
Kanye
it
was in
in
the
the 90s.
He was. I'm saying he was at the
But
tail
yeah,
end
he
of
was
the
in the
90s.
tail end.
99,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
I
the
see
tail
what
end
you're
of
saying.
the 90s. But RZA, Premier, and I think Tim came like middle, maybe a little earlier than the middle because he had a lead.
Tim Nice, bro.
Tim Nice.
Oh yeah, Tim.
I wouldn't do a full album with Timbaland, but I have him in there on 2 or 3.
But I respect that because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Tim,
Tim had hits, but so name a Timbaland album y'all listen to from top to bottom.
No, I'm not. I can't. I can't.
An album produced by Tim that you listen to top to bottom.
Not a rap,
I'm
but you-
about to say, how much did that first genuine album that he produced? Because that shit, that's
He produced a lot of. He produced a lot of Missy
that was like
stuff.
80%.
He did a lot of Missy stuff.
A lot of Missy
That's
stuff.
what I'm about to say.
We knew those
Missy,
Missy songs.
I want to know what y'all. I want to know where y'all gonna throw her in. Honestly, because Missy is that too.
Oh yeah,
No,
she's
you
definitely
mix up
Missy
with
definitely.
Timbaland because they do a lot of
Collaborating.
collaboration. She did a lot of her producing as well. But Timbaland, I would say probably fine-tuned the sound for her. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets
So-
her-
So
They
in
work
this
hand
era
in hand.
right now, because you said you're younger, and your perspective I'm interested in, because you also said something when we all were introducing ourselves that I really want to dump into. What is yours?
Me, like I mean, me personally, I have the musical background, so like I know the producers from the '90s. I know older producers than that, but it's like the style of music that I listen to. Like I said, my favorite is Pharrell, so he's definitely in my top 5. Kanye is definitely in my top 5, no questions asked.
That's two.
It gets kind of hard from there. Like I'm a pianist, I like playing the piano, so like I like Scott Storch, you know.
Oh,
Scott
How was
Storch
that?
that's a
Not
gem.
a bad answer.
That's a gem.
Conversation
That's
that
a
we had
gem.
about
That's
Scott
a gem.
Storch.
Scotch is underrated.
But we
Scott
gonna
Storch is
dive
definitely
into
No,
Scott.
say, hold on.
And it.
Let's get us. Let's.
I don't feel like Scott Storch is underrated though. I don't know. I don't feel
Nah,
like
Scotch is underrated
I
because
just feel
Scotch is
like-
under Dre.
Not under real music people. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We'll
That's
talk about
three.
Yeah, no, I'm
That's
gonna say we gonna leave it to that.
So I got 2 more. Like, my next 2, I'm gonna put some newer guys in there because there are some newer producers that are definitely
Dope.
doing things that
Yeah, too.
like they're moving mountains out here. But Metro Boomin for sure.
Yeah.
He's definitely one that's moving mountains on the producing thing right now. And then for me, I like Zaytoven and Southside.
Zaytoven.
I kinda put them in there.
Zaytoven.
The 808
Zaytoven's nice. Zaytoven's
See,
real.
the sound, like he brought a whole kind of sound, like different sound
He sure
flavor
did.
to the music. I like me personally, like I like trap music. A lot of people do. So I feel like you gotta mention even like DJ Paul, Juicy J. They were making beats. Pimp C, like these boys were making beats, their own beats back then on
If
their
I could have an
own.
honorable mention.
Give me. That's what I want to ask next. Give me 3. I can't go 5. Give me 3 honorable mentions because it's so much good music
This
out
is
here.
just me, and I'm 90s head. Track Masters.
Ooh.
I'm doing
Ooh.
Track Masters.
Okay.
Honorable
That's a
mention.
good one.
I'm gonna throw Dre in my honorable mention. Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, honorable.
Hey man, let the man.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. What you
Dr.
do?
Dre.
You got
I don't have
see.
a problem with Dre, but
Yo, how can you have a problem with Dre?
He said he don't.
I don't. But I'm saying like
Express yourself.
I can actually tell a Dre beat. Anytime I hear a Dre beat, I want something.
You could tell every producer's beat. It's a certain time.
That's not true.
Nah.
It's definitely
Now
not.
that's
Every
one
producer
thing.
got a certain.
They got
They don't.
a signature, but some like it's some joints Kanye did. You wouldn't even
Right.
believe.
You wouldn't
I'll
believe
play
it's
you.
Kanye.
I'll play you 5 different beats right now, and they'll want to be an
But Dre
R&B,
beat-
want to be a.
That's what I
But that's
give it to
Dre.
that young
That's what I'm
generation,
saying.
because
I
the
don't
young
want something that
generation
sound like a beat that you give everybody.
technically tag their music.
But to me, that
That's
makes
true
that makes
also,
it great
yeah.
music. If they come on, I thought, nigga, that's a Dre beat. His signature is so strong. Like, all right,
Yeah,
but
somebody-
and if they say it's produced by Dre, I want to hear it.
Listen, man. Like,
Somebody might feel that way.
But see,
If
that's
I'm
why
doing my
I like
album-
when I told you about the ad-libs. That's why I like the younger generation,
Yeah.
because they've made, just like we do hashtags when you do a post, that this a nitty beat.
yeah, Swiss
And if the
beat.
beat
tags,
not,
yeah,
look, and
beat
they come
tags.
with it. Right now, everybody knows who did that stuff with the baby, and that he's from here.
Yeah,
But because he said just to make you think that's a damn song lyric. I like how these DJs are
Shout out to
tagging
Reek,
their
man.
stuff.
My boy
They do
did
that
that
so
tag,
people
man.
would
Shout out to
steal
Reek.
their
man.
Exactly.
Finish your
But
honorable mention.
I think Clue was first with that.
Finish your honorable
I
mention.
heard it
Who?
for real.
With the beat
The
tag?
third is for real, and your
Oh,
first is
My
for
honorable
real.
mention is for
Your
real.
first is for real, and his honorable mentions is for real. So give me your 3
Oh,
honorable.
you like he trying to
My
start.
3 honorable mentions, man. I want.
Perk is trying so hard not to say, nah, I like
Ooh,
what Dre's
I am
not.
trying.
He trying to.
I want to know where you're going at,
He
man.
trying to pick out
Where do you work? Do they drug test you there? Like,
Nah, I'm saying for my album, bro. Like for my album, you
I
can do
got
your album
you.
however you want to do it. And what are you trying to accomplish with your album?
No, and you know we just talking shit. You know, I got to poke at you, but
yeah,
you know better.
Nah, I'm saying
So
like
what's
if I can get that sound for
me on my honorable mentions, man, I go with Rick Rubin for sure. Nobody even speaks.
I'm letting y'all talk. Go ahead.
Nobody speaks on Rick Rubin, but he is a producer. Like definitely Rick Rubin.
You want to say nah so bad?
I put the DJ
Rick Rubin's in there.
Juicy J in there because they had
Juicy
their own little moment of music too.
Them boys got an Oscar for
they
their
control
producing.
music at a time.
They got an Oscar
Give
for
it
their
to him for
producing.
that. You got to give it to him, man. And let me do one more newer guy.
They don't have to
I
be.
put Jetson in there, man. I love Jet doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. You can't knock him.
You can't knock that. You can't hate on him, man.
You can't.
Young boy doing his thing, man.
Y'all got grandmas out there saying, "Oh Lord, Jetson made another one."
It's the catchy. It's so catchy. It's so catchy.
You can't mess with it.
That's what he do.
You can't mess with it. It's something about it that the way that they did it, that thing, that when they put it in there, it adds something to the
Shout out
song.
to
But
my boy, Reed.
it's a smart thing to do. You'll never forget them with what they did. And they all got their little things that they throw in there.
all day long.
You
So
said
Big Bro,
clues?
give me
He
your.
said the clue. He
Yeah.
said
No.
First to do it?
I'm thinking.
I couldn't help it. It couldn't help it.
I got mine.
I feel like
I got so many.
Just Blaze, Clue, I'm
Just
boys.
Blaze.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Boys,
Clue's the first one to
that's
let them know, like, yo, start letting people know this is you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And then Just Blaze, all that
Blaze,
came
yeah.
one
through.
of the first
Because
ones.
right now,
Clue came with the Do Remember. Do Remember.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
That's what
I got you on
Clue
that,
was
yeah.
first with that. You know what I'm saying? But another one is Missy. If Missy come on the beat and be like, "New Monica," you already know how Missy tore that up. But she don't ever say Missy made the beat.
But it's so many. What I'm saying is, like, I want y'all to understand, like, y'all are dancing on just one genre. Like, when I'm saying producers, I'm talking about somebody who
Talking about Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones is not he's a conductor.
He's a
That's
producer.
different. He's not a producer. Producers just sit and do this. Quincy Jones can do this. Quincy Jones is a conductor.
He's a producer.
He's a producer / conductor. Drake can't get up in front of a damn orchestra and do this.
But
Quincy Jones can. That's what differentiates
But that's
them.
not the same thing. So they are the same thing. It's like saying
It's like an associate versus a master.
it's like saying the other side, their moms braid hair, but on our side we comb it. It's still doing hair. But so if you talking about conductors, that video we had with RZA when they were trying to remake what Wu-Tang did, he's a conductor because he stood up in the way that his imagination went with that.
I got you on that. What I'm saying is many producers y'all talked about are one trick ponies. I can't see them in R&B.
One
I
trick.
can't see them in jazz.
So you
Huh?
You can't see
No,
Kanye?
I said a lot. I didn't say.
So
What I'm saying,
you looking for the Teddy Riley?
no, we not even gonna mention Teddy Riley, Jimmy Jam.
I'm just saying, but he can do.
No,
that.
I'm gonna stay in somebody who they think they honorable mention. Dre, hold up, from any producer. Listen, Dre is the only producer out there, America, that has produced $300 million 3 times. He did it for Aftermath, he did it for Ruthless, and he did it for Death Row. No other producer do that. Dre, when you get sick, what's the doctor you call? Like that's doctor.
It depends on the
From
artist.
Mary J, who you want? Scott Storch, who you want?
So if you,
I tell you what. He got Snoop. You don't like Snoop? He got Eminem. You don't like Eminem? You don't like Eminem? You don't like NWA? Okay, cool. He got 50 Cent. He got 50 Cent. You don't like 50 Cent? Okay, he got the game. He got the game.
Some free beats, man.
and kicking it with that, sponsored by Dre.
He did the hits. He did the hits, bro.
He did some of the hits, bro.
It went diamond. He did majority of the hits.
Massacre 50.
Let's take 50 away from him. Let's
I
go
like
game.
Dre, but keep it real. Dre is like Dre.
Let's take game away from him. No, hold on. Listen.
Dre
We're gonna take
Dre's
50
not
away
doing
from
this.
it, and we're gonna take
Dre
game.
playlist? I mean,
That's what it sounds like.
I think he's
Gave us
supposed
some
to
beats,
drink
bro.
tonight.
I want y'all to understand who Dr. Dre is, bro.
I got him on my honorable mention. If I'm
Honorable mention?
bro. Like,
Who has your producers produced? Is what I'm saying.
what you mean?
What I'm telling you is this is what I'm saying. You won't let me. If you listen, while I let you, I bet you to help you. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying is Dre has
I know where you're going.
5 artists between 50 Cent, Eminem, NWA, Snoop in the game. We're not even gonna mention Kendrick. Kendrick is the honorable mention in this. Who has a catalog next to Dre, bro? That's all I'm asking you. He has made 300. He walked away from 300 million one time. He went and made 350 million, and he came back and made another 400 million.
America, this is what happened when we give Herc water.
If you want to
and not a
your
drink.
album,
Hey, Calvin, listen.
Herb Gotti.
Herb Gotti.
Herb Gotti, all right?
Sweet Jesus, man.
He all right?
Jarvis,
What
you tripping
doing
on
here?
that.
Herb Gotti, all
No,
right?
we not
Another
before we
good
get
honorable
it.
mention
He
would
didn't
be
say
like-
that. That was from one of our
Everybody-
viewers.
Who said Herb got it?
Herb Gotti's all right.
Another good
Jarvis said
honorable
Herb
mention would
Gotti.
be like the Dream or somebody. You know, like
Yeah.
The Dream is nice.
The Dream is nice.
The Dream
We just
don't
gonna
put a
take
lot of
all I
touch
want y'all to do
on
is let's separate Dre from this group.
Why?
Oh God.
How can we not?
So what you saying is you giving Dre the
I'm
president
asking you
for-
your favorite producer. Give me their top
You're
three.
not. He is.
All I'm saying is your favorite producer. Give me their top 3 mega stars.
But can he get his
You mean
favorite?
finding people?
Can
That's
he
what you
get his
mean?
favorite though?
You mean finding people,
They
right?
his favorite. You can't
Yeah.
correct his favorite.
I told you, pull me to the side.
Nah,
Take me in the back. Go
you
to
mean
commercial break.
finding
Don't
people.
correct.
That's what he mean. You gotta be meaning finding people. Like starting artists from the bottom. That's what you mean?
Regardless, if he found it from the
Yeah,
bottom,
from Ja Rule to
I
Shanti.
mean, like if you doing that, all right, Dre probably found the most iconic rappers.
what do you call most? 5, 6, 7? He
I
got
mean,
5,
he
6,
found-
7.
I mean, yeah, but that don't mean
Who has 3?
who has that found.
That's on that level. That's on that level.
It's that damn lion in him, that Leo in him. Just
But
like
that don't mean I got to have you on my album.
No, I'm just saying the man said if your album gets sick, what's the doctor you call?
album sales wasn't doing too good.
I
Who's
guess
the
he
rapper
can
they
call
told
him
you to
if he got
go
people
see?
making the beats for him too.
Ooh.
Like,
Now listen.
Ooh, he cut you deep straight.
Now
Cut
Dre
you deep.
paid me to be here tonight, but I'm gonna call Dre and tell him what you said, bro.
Bring that beat back.
You don't like Dr. Dre and Death Row? You don't like Dr. Dre and Death Row? Well, I know where we at.
Take it to the Source Awards, bro.
Hey, making me go back to Brooklyn. Glad I caught my best star homies or something, bro.
So,
Yeah, so much.
all right. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it another direction.
Okay.
Chain. I'm sorry, Bang. My bad.
What's going on?
You're actually a producer. Let us know what it is to actually take a song from beginning to end. And what's it? Because everybody thinks if you produce it, you about to make that money off top.
Oh,
If you
no.
find an artist who like, yo, his shit's on the radio all day, the producer done got paid. Is that how the life goes?
Now it's a little bit better now. With how the producer payout is. Back in the day, of course, you had to wait. You know, the artist would drop a song, you will wait till the artist gets paid, and then they have to pay you out of what they made. So now, like for the independent artists, they have so many different ways for people to put their music out, and you can do your splits right there on the site. So say he drops a song, I'm the producer, he's the artist, he can go and give me 50% of my split of the song right then and there. So when he starts making money, I already get my money.
You've already been paid.
I'm already getting paid. He doesn't have to go do it out of his pocket himself or any of that now. So it's a lot set up. It's a setup a lot better now. Another thing is like with publishing and everything, like you can do everything on your own. Like you don't need a label to do it anymore. You can get your own publishing. You can get your music distributed out on your own, man. And there's money out here. So.
You mentioned that, and so we're in a world right now that things that used to be exclusively done
Right.
by people because they had a skill or a gift.
Right.
Like you had to go to the hair salon to get your hair done. Now you can go to the store and do it yourself.
Right.
But you talked about that with producing as well before. You mentioned how you can, a 10-year-old kid can have a computer and make a beat, but it's a different monster when you can build something without the computer. How has technology polluted the producer world?
Polluted is such a strong word. Like, but I feel
Kirk, I know you want to still.
like the thing with it is like say for example, like Hurt loves Dr. Dre. Well, there's a kid at home right now that's 10 years old that loves Dr. Dre too. And he studies Dr. Dre's movements and how he does everything he does and can make the same beats that Dr. Dre makes. Only difference is Dr. Dre gonna charge you $100,000 for that beat and Johnny gonna charge you $25. So Johnny done watered down the game because everybody knows now, like, man, I don't have to go spend any money and go to the top tier producers anymore. Well, I can do it right here. It's a gift and a curse because at the same time, you can go to that producer, but that producer doesn't have any connections for you. So he can't really put you in a position like Dr. Dre would, you know what I mean? So you're paying that type of money for your beats. You're paying for more than just the beat itself. You're paying for the name, the network, everything. Like
One of the comments that came in was saying, how do y'all mention producers and don't mention Manny Fresh?
That's I was going to say
cool.
Manny Fresh. He took
Manny
care of the
Fresh
whole.
I like Manny Fresh too.
He took
Manny
care of
Fresh
the whole
kind of helped
Here
with
it
my
come.
drum
Here it
patterns.
come.
He built my drum patterns.
I don't have nothing. I love Manny Fresh, but I was posed with the question: if I was doing a project, who would I work with?
You
Manny
were-
Fresh is
Not who I'm working with.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would get a joint from him, but not on my album per se.
And then what was hard? And then what was hard,
And
man?
then what was hard? A lot of Cash Money joints.
A lot of Cash Money joints.
KLC and the Beats by the Pound was hard.
Beats by the Pound was hard.
The Dungeon Family, the Organized Noise.
Organized Noise, yeah.
Them boys.
I might do a whole album with Organized Noise.
Sleepy Brown and them boys if I'm wrong.
I might
They
do
was in the dungeon.
What's Manny Fresh best beat?
Best
Yo?
beat.
Manny Fresh.
I'm asking y'all for one.
Best
Not
beat?
even three. Not even three.
His best beat might be High.
I was thinking the same thing.
You don't think Get Your Roll On was hard, bro?
Get the roll on is
Get Your
It's
Roll
a
On
nice
was hard.
song,
It's
but
not-
that beat ain't the
But
same. I ain't know.
no,
The way that beat dropped back, bro, and roll.
It's
With
so
the
many.
in the
Dum,
background.
dum, dum.
That's what I'm saying. Like his,
I
I think
like
Manny's,
that
I think his
Neighborhood
best beat
Superstar
comes off the
beat,
400 Degrees
Yeah.
album.
I like that Neighborhood Superstar.
Manny
So
did
best
come
beats
with-
come off 400 Degrees
That's
out.
crazy.
Yeah, I think his best
Manny
one before
had
that album.
different beats, so even with the songs, you can't say all of them sound the same.
They don't.
Swiss, you can tell a Swiss beat sound.
But that's what I'm saying.
It all sounds like a big ass parade.
So you don't think? So sis, you don't think every producer has a
Nah,
signature?
'cause
They
that's-
all they don't have they don't have the same sound, but they do have a signature sound. I won't not every,
It depends,
but
like you-
some do.
But now you really can't tell Swiss beats now.
Yeah, because
Back in the day you could, but now a Swiss beat
That-
kind of done got to more.
Hey
sampling
Siri,
and
what's the
stuff like
Swiss beat
that.
sound that don't sound the same? Hold on.
I can't too.
Dun, dun, dun,
Because
dun,
that,
dun, dun, dun. Bring 'em out,
that
bring 'em out.
intro to DMX, that dum, dum,
You
dum,
ever heard?
that just sounds nothing
you ever heard
like
Fabulous and
she ain't got no money in the bank.
music?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
you talking about 10 years. of difference,
Swiss
20,
beats
20,
always
20.
sound, but all his beats are all
You ever heard
exciting
Echo by
beats.
Nas? You can't tell that's a Swiss
Yeah.
beat. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't
Yeah,
say
I
that. You
can't.
didn't know that was
You
Swiss.
knew
Yes,
that
I
was
did.
Swiss.
I knew that was Swiss.
Yeah, man, stop.
I knew that was Swiss, bro.
All right. So this that Swiss beats featuring Nas?
Exactly. I read, bro. Yes, I did. I read, but not. So what I'm saying is like, what inspired you to get into like production? Were you trying to be a rapper and it just
Man, I lost my
you-
job, man.
You lost your job. You lost your job when you went in the room saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make beats."
Man, listen, man, I had no idea how to make a beat. I never did it a day in my life. I lost my job. I had 2 kids on the way. I got to figure out something. I got some money. I'm gonna get me a computer, a keyboard. And I figured it out. It just made it work, man.
Well, there's a will, there's a way.
Any of your
I-
parents? They
No,
do
man, I have no musical background at all.
Wow.
My parents don't play music, man. It's just worked in my favor. Like I think it was like a God-given talent I never knew I had.
A lot of people have a God-given talent. Although
Yeah.
we don't like him as a rapper, Diddy has a tendency of producing, even though he kills careers. He's like the elephant graveyard. He produces hits and he has moments. But what I liked about that, and I will never forget when you brought that to my attention, that RZA video is it shows that anyone who is a creator, like I do flyers, I do videos, I can put all kinds of shit together, but because of that vision, you can feel it and you know what you're looking for.
Right.
So when somebody says, "Is this it?" No, because I know what I'm looking
a
for.
feeling.
It's a
Because
feeling.
it's a feeling, but that's a God-given
Like
gift.
Diddy, like what you're saying basically. Diddy, Jermaine Dupri, certain cats have ears.
They do.
Ross has a very good
I never
ear.
heard Ross rap on a white beat.
No, I've never heard Ross.
No.
Ross
I
probably
tell you,
have.
Ross is the best nigga to ride a beat.
He's probably the best beat maker. I mean, best beat picker.
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
He knows how to ride a beat, no matter if it's his beat or if he's on the feature.
But Diddy is certain. It's certain cats.
Flow.
It's certain cats like Diddy, like Sister saying, Diddy, Jermaine Dupri. Even if the beat is just but they hear it, they can make you believe it's
But
that.
that's the same thing about Drake. Like,
I thought we said we would.
well, no, I'm gonna get to my point. And don't take this the wrong way.
Oh shit.
A lot of stories is out about Dre and his production. Like he might come in and just do
Nowadays,
the
everybody
kicks
wants
and
to talk.
snares, right? The kicks and snares, and maybe Daz will do the rest of the beat, right?
Daz
is nice. Shout out to Daz. Daz is
Some
nice.
other people, Scott Storch.
Scott Storch, yeah.
might come in and do the rest of the beat, but it's Dre ear. That's what they all say. They say Dre ear comes in and he mixes. And
It's called Dre Beats, man.
No, you're not listening.
Beats by Dre.
I'm
Well,
telling
you don't want like that?
And then he'll give them, instead of giving them production credit, he'll give them
Points.
he'll give them like Daz did the drums. So he'll get the production credit and the points, but they'll still get a percentage.
He still gets some
No,
recognition.
Because
Give him
music,
recognition.
and
But
that's
Diddy
why
been doing
you
this for
mentioned
years
that-
and not making nothing.
you
Diddy been doing
mentioned
this for
that
years.
But
music
Diddy
is
don't
an art.
touch it. Dre,
Because he can't. Dre actually is a
But that's what I'm
producer.
saying. Dre, like you said, his
I'm not gonna say Diddy's not a producer.
Diddy is a producer.
Diddy's
But
a
you mentioned
producer.
it
You ever
when
seen
you
Diddy make a
said
beat?
that
Y'all ever seen Diddy make a
it's,
beat?
yeah, well, Diddy makes a
Diddy
whole lot of stuff.
definitely-
But you mentioned that it was a God-given gift. And the honest to God truth is when that stuff is a gift, you can sit, I can watch a TV show, I can watch a concert, and I'll be like, they picked the wrong song for this. Or they pick, because you know, you can sit, people who are creative, naturally creative, you ride in your car and you see shit when you're riding. You can hear music and you can picture the video. You can picture the stage performance. The Mad City by Kendrick. It's the concert that drew me into that because you can see the energy. Diddy does have the ability to hear certain things and go, now that shit's a hit. Might be the only one you make in your whole career, but it's going to be a hit because you can hear it. A stylist can see styles. A music producer can hear sounds. It's like knowing what goes where when. I can hear a beat right now, close my eyes and go, and the beat's gonna drop in 1, 2, boom. And if it don't drop, then you're not paying attention.
Then you fucked up.
Because I don't have to see, I don't have to do nothing. I can feel it. It's in here.
But what about when you get a fire ass beat and the lyrics suck?
Something shit.
It
The song
happens.
still because of TikTok.
That
Kodak Black
music,
song.
that 80% of music right now.
That shit has one of the best beats. But the lyrics on that shit.
It's 80% of the music right now.
But the beat is so nice.
Oh yeah, these beats is
So that's when it comes back to, am I listening to a beat maker or is this an actual producer?
A beat
Well,
maker.
Because until y'all two told me this, I didn't know there was a fucking difference.
I didn't know it was different. I honestly know it was different.
To the regular person, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So you're not looking at it as a producer.
I'm thinking
you just like
made this
somebody,
beat.
a nigga made this beat. But to like other producers and musicians, we look at it a certain way.
Speaking of beats and stuff that I've been wanting to get on you about, because you know you and me fight regularly about ghost writers.
Yeah.
You mentioned something to us when we all were talking about ghost producers. And what messed me up is I asked you, Shod, can a producer still be the GOAT and have a ghost producer? And you said, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite. That excited my soul.
Because it's a whole lot more that go with producing than having a ghostwriter. A ghostwriter basically can go in there and recite and give you a track. All you got to do is memorize it.
That's true.
A producer, he has to arrange the song. He has to help the engineer mix the song right. He might tell you, nah, you got to take that out. He might give you the cadence, how you need to rap on the song. It's a whole lot more than just, now if you want to say.
So how do I become a ghost? You're a producer. How do I become a ghost producer? What am I giving y'all? Because y'all are producers.
Go get a computer, man. I'll show you. I'll show you.
See what I'm saying?
But you had to talk about how great Dre is, and we talking about Scott
Honestly,
Storch. He sent a thing that said that Scott was a ghost producer for Dre for a minute.
To a certain extent, he was. I know this, but he get his credit because he's on the Dre and he makes fire beats. And who came on him? Like, what do you think about Cool and Dre?
They fire too.
I'm gonna tell you, like, what about Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis? Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. Like, I'm talking about produce. I'm not just going hip hop. Like, Janet Jackson joint.
Like with me, like I really don't listen.
Whitney Houston.
Like I really don't listen to a lot of R&B and stuff like that. So
Babyface, listen to Babyface. Like, we talking about producers, bro. Y'all mentioned Pebbles. I want to throw.
I can't.
I'm just telling you.
You got Rex in the. I'm not Rex, but you got
Rex in the
Riley, who did Children's Story.
No, he didn't. See, that's what I'm saying. He didn't just do. Teddy Riley created the New Jack Swing.
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying.
And Puffy jumped onto that and took it. So what I'm saying is like, it's certain people that make. It's certain people that make beats. It's certain people that make movements. Teddy Riley made a movement.
You can't never put Puffy in the name. Diddy can never go in the name of rappers. But when it comes to producers, you can't leave that Negro out.
Take that.
But I mean, I think JD was shit when he said can't nobody go against him because I think JD will kill him.
No,
JD will get smoked.
JD gets smoked.
JD
gets smoked.
You talking about Dre?
And JD got hits. So JD got hits.
Y'all forget
JD got
JD
hits.
produced.
He got hit.
So
JD has a bad boy line.
America. JD or P Diddy.
Kaboom! Black suits fill the room.
JD or P Diddy. Both got hits. I'm not biased against either.
JD did Escape. JD did Chris Cross.
No, JD got hits.
JD did The Brat.
JD got hits,
did
bro.
Like nigga,
JD got hits, bro.
has produced. I'm not talking about
Dear
hits, nigga.
Versus.
He has albums.
If you ever want to make us all stop, Dear versus, make us have a JD and Diddy versus, and the world will stop.
JD got Mariah Carey. First of all the Diddy beats is something he had to sample somebody else. Like you said, Diddy has never made a beat. JD has made beats, nigga.
This is not a beat versus.
It's a producer, which means JD's a whole thing. He's a beat maker and producer.
I just
Puffy's
think
not pulling all that in. I'm not saying Puffy's not nice.
If you want to say
JD's gonna beat the shit out of him. Promise you.
If you want to say JD make beats, he make beats. But I just think in the overall 20, it's gonna be a show.
It's gonna be one hell of a show.
I think
JD or Diddy, and you said you know your shit.
If 10 of his hits are from Biggie, yeah, he might win.
No, I ain't to my Biggie, bro. I ain't to my Biggie, bro.
That's a tough one,
I
ain't
ain't
it?
to my Biggie, bro.
Nigga, that's
I know them JD.
Like J.
Half of that first album was produced by JD. That's what I'm saying. Half of that first album was produced by JD, nigga.
You're acting very
I know
confused.
JD and So Death out this bitch.
I think it narrows down to, honestly, I think it'd be a close race. I think Diddy's influence and his charisma.
That's what I'm
He's drinking
telling
water.
you.
Carry it
Like
over.
his charisma and showmanship.
He's drinking water.
I think that's what's getting it.
That's
The
what I'm
charisma
telling
and
you, like,
showmanship.
it's not-
Oh, you said charisma and showmanship?
Yeah, it's
So it has to
not.
be one of them concerts. It can't be like one of the first verses where niggas was at
That's
home.
what I'm going on. You can't just play songs in your house like, yeah, I did this. I did this.
Yeah, you can't. That's
They
what
both
I'm
got
saying.
hits,
Tell you
bro.
what, it would be
I just
one
don't
hell of
think-
a show.
I just don't think.
Woo! That might actually be the Dipset and Jada. Well,
Nah, it wasn't that. That was a blowout.
Shit.
That was,
Kill them boys.
this would not be a
Diddy
blowout.
and JD.
This would not be a
So
blowout.
you saying Diddy will be Jada?
No. I honestly think in the hip hop sense,
I said it would be as dope as.
in the hip hop sense, I think this would be equivalent or parallel to Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
Ooh,
I think
that's
it'd be a
good
friendly
one.
competition,
Yeah,
but
that was extra smooth.
you feel me? Like nobody would try to one up one another, but they have too many hits. They have too many hits.
egos in one
I
room.
think
Nobody
I
can
think-
beat
I
that.
think I'll enjoy the Puffy side more because it's gonna be more entertaining. You feel me?
That's what Puffy is. He's a better
That's what I'm
entertainer.
saying.
They're both entertainers. He's been dancing
JD
since he's been
got some
7.
entertaining shit because
Yeah.
JD's gonna pull out the So Deaf.
Hey,
You know,
nigga,
so the
my
bass
food
album.
gets played today. That shit came out in '96.
Yeah,
He
the
come
check
out with
it.
that.
You know, Diddy can't come back out and check it out. So Deaf, and you all add.
Nah.
those
Diddy
out
gonna hit you when we
DJs.
invented a remix.
Basically.
He gonna hit you.
Exactly. The
You feel
remix
what I'm
of
saying?
everybody else's shit.
It's crazy.
Because
Like,
nigga, you can't come back from Ghost Town DJs with more money, more problems. It's not in the same category.
not gonna do it.
It's not.
It
You're not gonna do it.
I'm gonna tell you, it depends. If he come out, if he can do that, if he bring out Mace.
If
I
Mace shows up, if Mace shows
That
up,
was a hint of Mace beefing.
if he's not praying at the moment,
Mace preaching.
Mace
Shut
beefing. But let's get back
I
to
burn
the producer.
calories. He said, "Get back to producer."
so okay. So
Shit. My apologies to
you
JD.
got $200,000 right now advancement, right? And you could in advance of a check, right?
you
$200,000.
gonna have problems.
What producer are you going after? I mean, like
I love you.
you need a hit right now. Like you got a check for $200,000.
I'm calling for real. Right now?
Woo!
Calling the next.
Who you
I'm
calling?
calling for real.
You said that was your favorite producer.
He's
Now
calling.
something changed.
You talking about for a hit, right?
For a hit.
I'm calling for real. I'm gonna
I
tell you why I'm
agree,
calling for real. Because he's
Because he has.
calling for real, he's gonna give me the insight to where I need to go with the hit. You feel what I'm saying? Like the
That's a
Holla
Will
Back.
I Am though.
Yeah, like Will I Am though. Too.
Now, that's
We're not even mentioning him though.
I'm just saying. Will I
They
Am.
didn't mention
But
him.
he's phenomenal.
And
He's
the only reason why I
phenomenal.
say that,
You don't go
I'm gonna
10 million
piggyback
for
on
not
what
being
you said,
alright.
What you said though.
But when
Nobody
I-
mentioned Wyclef?
See what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Listen,
Go ahead,
the
Sean.
reason why
Wyclef messed my man Cannabis up. So I can-
he didn't put Dylon on like he was supposed to. So once
Dylon was the
didn't
top
make
5
it,
rapper, dog.
Dylon didn't make the song.
But Dylon was the top 5 rapper out of the top 5. He was fine.
I'm
so
going-
long.
I'm going to Pharrell, and this is gonna be sound funny. It's a cop out. Why I'm going to Pharrell because he's gonna make the process of
We do
recording the
rap,
song
baby. I agree with
easier.
you.
He's gonna Pharrell brings ideas to
I was waiting for Nick.
You know
Nick
what I'm
ain't said nothing all day.
So Kanye doesn't?
Then he come with
Not
this
like
shit.
Pharrell. Pharrell brings you basically the song structure, the cadence. Kanye might just bring you the idea and maybe a hook. Like Holla Back. You remember Holla Back on Fab?
Yes.
Pharrell gave him the whole flow, everything.
Whole flow.
Everything.
Kanye was a dynamic
Like,
producer
he
because
brings,
Kanye
like,
brought you
ideas.
shit that you could feel. He gave you soulful rap, and we never thought that they could go together. The stuff that Kanye did, we found out soulful.
Who gave you that?
Kanye did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure the
This
most
is that 70
I know is
flow
that
Heron.
They might have had him,
They
but
did.
Kanye had a thing.
So-
Yeah, but
beats.
that Midwest was
Nigga,
just
soulful?
But it's
I
so
give you
it's
that,
a
bro, but I'm
difference
saying
when you are a
Midwest
producer
needs that
and
hero.
you can read.
Remember, can it be also simple?
Yes.
If you are a producer and you can give a couple of hits to y'all two, it's one thing.
Who did
But
that?
when you can take a song and you can make everybody's ass move, so local and international, two different monsters.
So let me ask you this. You said
You
so.
can't fuck with Through the Wire. Some of the stuff that Kanye did, everybody hit with.
Right,
You knew
right.
Kanye as a producer before you knew he could even rap.
I feel like everybody
You
get
respect
their
that.
verses.
You tolerated his rap because he could produce.
Exactly.
Fun fact.
He does nice at rapping too.
Fun fact about all the blueprint beats that Jay-Z used, they're originally for Ghost. It's a fun fact for you.
See how that works?
I mean, I'm not surprised Jay-Z bites a lot of people.
I don't know why the hell you open that door.
I'm just
There
telling
you
you.
go.
First of all,
He didn't buy the beat.
It's not fun facts to Jay-Z fans. It's sad facts.
Ooh.
I hear what you're saying.
Let me ask you something. How? What? So you say you like soulful, right? Kanye is Midwest. How we feeling about Big Crit?
I feel like
As a producer, as a
As a
rapper.
producer, we know who he is as a rapper. As a producer, I
So
think
what does he produce besides himself? Because I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not
I
trying
know,
to be funny.
and I agree with that. Besides,
I don't know
country,
what he's produced except for shit on his album.
that's true too.
So
But
give me something that Chris produced, and I can tell you how I feel.
I really can't, bro. But what I'm
Well,
saying
then
is
we
like
don't
his
know about that.
no, his music is so prevalent. You heard certain beats.
Yeah. On his shit.
I'm not going to say he's the same caliber. He might be a little bit higher caliber, but it's like Pimp C doing all the UDK beats or a lot of UDK beats. You know what I'm saying? Like he do his. He do his beats, but I don't know.
It only work for him.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna really too much work.
Neek,
for
don't
him.
you ever take this long to log
That
in, you
makes sense.
understand me? It's
So,
30 minutes in. and you just
Piggybacking on
come
what you
through.
said earlier when I pull up Will I Am, it's a producer as Will I Am. Usher said he had called Will I Am and said, "Yo, I need a hit for the summer for the U.S."
Mhm.
Will said, "No, I'm gonna give you one for the world,"
Mhm.
and that's when he promoted that song, "Oh My God" or whatever.
Mhm.
Shit went to #1 in 2 weeks after he finished it. I feel like that's a producer.
I'm gonna tell you something why
You have
I
something
agree with
for
him when he talked
local.
about Kanye as a
Listen, I'm gonna give you something
producer,
to kill the world.
and I'll never shake that about that. Kanye was able to produce albums that ranked high for people, but then came out and produced albums that ranked high for himself. You can talk all the
His first
shit you
album,
want to
dope.
and make all the big eyes you want to, but Dre has nice singles.
That's my problem.
But Dre can't come out and show you 4 albums he produced for himself that can fuck with College
Nah,
Dropout.
he only did 2.
But
He
the
did 3.
man did it for people and did it for himself as
I get
well.
it.
That's
What-
just a talent.
What? So I'm not.
Dre does singles.
I'm not being sarcastic. Kanye has an album that outsold the album, The Chronic.
He might have. The graduation might have outsold.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
And I believe he has. He probably has. But what
Because
I'm
my
saying is
Twisted
like
Dark Fantasy,
The
that's
Chronic,
going
bro.
double platinum, at least double.
But what I'm saying is like
Graduation probably.
my man. Like, what I'm saying is if I made 6 million sales off The Chronic, and I got 3 people that went diamond almost, bro.
Oh, yeah, he ain't got no artist.
Like, what
But
you
what
want to
I'm
do?
saying is that Dre
Okay,
did it for people.
So how,
But Dre
No, no.
can't do for himself.
So
what he did for
Dre
people.
2001, still
Dre's
Dre.
But Dre's not. Damn, I'm about to.
I mean,
So
but
I'm
my
about to-
thing is
Still Dre. How many records still Dre sell? How many
No,
records
but I was
is
about to
The
say
Chronic too?
I was about to say something.
Here's the
But
thing.
Kanye got ghostwriters too, but Kanye can actually rap.
But that's writers.
But hold on,
No, I'm
you also
saying,
gotta
but that's
remember
why
the-
he can do more
the
albums.
time when Dre shit got produced, because when Dre shit, The Chronic came out, niggas had to go buy the album.
I was just about to say.
You had to go to the store and actually buy the album cassette tape.
So that's
Today
a,
on
But
Apple
like,
Music,
nah.
I don't need your album.
Neat
I
got a
can
good
pick 4
question.
songs that I like.
If right now we about to go on a trip, we riding, right? What you want to hear right now? The whole Chronic album
Yeah.
or College Dropout?
College
I
Dropout.
can't
College
wait
Dropout.
when you
College
start
Dropout.
this
College
shit.
Dropout. College
Because if you
Dropout.
say The Chronic, your ass can't go.
College Dropout.
I'm be real with you. Only songs I know of the Chronic.
But it depends if I made
What did I say about that album?
That's it.
Did I not say what I said?
So what?
I said it. The Chronic has great hits, but as an
Only
album,
That means you're
Nobody
younger.
know-
That means you're younger.
bro, I'm 2 years younger than you. What the fuck you talking about?
I know, but make that mean
They're
my point.
all older than me. Think how old are you?
Nah, who's not older than you?
Who's not older than you?
First of all, I told y'all don't call them poor ungrateful niggas.
Hold on.
So
I'm like,
Now listen to that.
Chris, I want what's the name? Banga? I want you to
Yeah, man.
explain to the people how points work.
Jazzy
Points
Flame.
as far as like producer points.
But
Yes.
this is how that's
So,
another way
like-
of getting paid.
And Dre, you
Yeah,
can't
so,
ride
like,
with us because if you
depending
gonna play
on
the
the
Chronicle of College
situation.
Dropout, I'm putting your ass out.
Depends on the situation. Like working with a label, the label's gonna give the producer a point.
You'll get to the
Point. It
world
works on a
with the
point system. So that's like you get 3 points. 3 points split 30%. So for
3
example,
points equal 30%.
like for publishing, right? Usually, a normal publishing split, if we both independent artists, you're gonna get 50%. I'm gonna get 50%. You're gonna get 50% of the writer portion. I'm gonna get 50% of the writer as a producer. When you're dealing with a label, man, they got all to say so. You know what I mean? Like because they're gonna buy you selling beats. The thing with selling beats is like you have producers who lease beats out, which means basically I'm gonna sell you a beat, right?
Yep.
I might charge you a cheaper price. I might charge you $50, $100. They might whatever it is, whatever they charge for their beats. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna charge you a cheaper price to lease the beat. Well, the thing is, if I lease you this beat, I can lease Ian the beat, I can lease Chris the beat, I can lease her the beat. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of producers artists don't want to do the lease beats because they feel like it's gonna be everybody's on it. You know what I'm saying? So then you'll get hit with my exclusive price is this. So with labels, usually labels, what they want to do is they want to buy the beat right out. Because they don't want to deal with anything on the back end. We'll take care of that. We're gonna pay you up front. Now we own it.
And so they take something that they know is gonna be a hit and throw you a little bit of money, but make a whole. Because I learned a lot when it comes to music wise, like Happy. Although that was a huge song, the people who did it didn't make hardly nothing off that damn song.
So what happens with it is like depending on the beat. Like one, it starts with the beat. So say for example, a lot of producers they sample. If you use a sample in a beat, you got to get that sample clear. Yeah. So they already losing the percentage. You're losing a percentage of your money just off of that. You know what I mean? Like now I got to get the sample clear. That's a percentage of the money that's gone.
So Kanye don't get no money because he samples shit all the time.
Nah, Kanye gets them samples clear. He's gonna pay Kanye's gonna pay to clear those samples. Now you have certain people who, like for a perfect example, I had a situation with one of my homeboys. He had did a song for Boozy. It was an Alicia Keys sample though. And so Boozy called us and was like, yo, I'm trying to put the song on the album. You didn't tell me it was a sample. And so last minute, he's like, man, remake the beat for me so I can put on the album. He was trying to get my homeboy like 80% of the record too. On top of that. So I'm like, man, come on, let's jump on it. We hurry up and make the record, man. We got cursed out by Boozy, all type of crazy.
That's what happened.
But it turned out, man, we didn't get it in enough time for them to clear it for the album. And he ended up just dropping the record on YouTube because he couldn't
about the songs we don't hear.
Swiss Beats would have cleared the record
because we can't. The songs that don't get heard because they can't get cleared.
That's what happened with Biggie. I got a story to tell. The sample can't get cleared, so they had to get somebody to come in and do the instruments live.
It's called interpolation. So what we'll do is
how much of that beat has to be off from the original beat for it not to be?
It's not 33.5. In French, I already know that.
Oh, you better give a number. Come on, this shit.
That's the number. No, that's the
number.
Some people
know little tricks.
That's the number, but it's so many little things.
But when you say tricks and nuances, like what do you mean by that? Like, can I throw a certain
how you chop it,
instrument or a drop
or the sample?
Man, we got tricks now. Like I can throw a plugin on there, man, and basically like take a beat, split it, the timing of the beat in half, and then I might like reverse the beat and do a whole bunch of different things where like it might not pick up.
Oh, okay. So what you saying that?
Is I can take my favorite song and make it our intro, and you're gonna flip that shit.
No, I would definitely.
How you feel about those who are basically throwback producers who gotta have? Do you work with live instruments?
Not anymore. I don't personally. I've actually worked with somebody who played a cello, and he put it on the beat before. But I don't play any instruments at all.
Have you ever?
I play the
produced
piano.
Anything that a group you bring a live band in there, you actually take it away from?
No.
So how do you feel about those people who are actually a Marvin Gaye "I Want You" beat that goes on for minute 29 with instrument?
That's amazing, man. Because the thing about it is it's not a perfect time scale. So everything they're doing it there live, and it's not perfect. So you got the rapper or the singer has to stay on beat with them. They have to keep each other on.
It's more challenging, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever had to rap with live music?
Live? No, I never had to rap.
That's interesting what you said.
Because like everybody got to be on point.
Everything has to be on point.
Like it comes down to seconds.
If your microphone off, like your microphone could be a millisecond off or like too much reverb. Now
that's what gives me, because I don't understand how people. I eat live, I watch TV live, I sleep live. It's easy to me. You can't rap live.
No, I never used a live band, but I rap live.
I was being an asshole.
Hey, Jarvis, I feel
you eat live
I know, but he answered me.
You had me lost.
It's like, yo, which one is the most? 100 pounds of bricks or 100 pounds of feathers?
Like
Well,
I
you know,
lost weight
feathers.
because I had pre-recorded meals. Nigga, shut up.
He fell for it.
Have you ever worked with an artist that maybe you throw freebie beats to, and then you found out they doing a song with a certain artist? You like, nah, since you working with him, I want to get paid.
Oh no, I ain't no hater, man.
So I should not get speaking from a person.
But
It happened to me once.
I know, bro. You took the Band-Aid off just now, bro.
Let me bring this up.
Do you know Rico?
Nah, you remember Keith? He used to do all my beats.
You remember Keith?
I know Keith.
He do all my beats. So I was going to do a song.
Kurt got
I
one.
was
That's
going to do a
what's
song
scary.
with Collard Green, right?
Yeah. Shouts out to Collard Green.
Shout out to Collard Green, man. So he had a beat that he was gonna use for a beat contest. It sounded like some Timberland joint. So he had gave me the beat, and I was like, "Yo, I'm about to put Collard Green on it." He was like, "All right." He called me back like 30 minutes later.
Who was this?
He called me back 30 minutes later. He's like, "Yo, if you gonna put Collard Greens on, I need 500."
What? Why do that? Why was it inflated?
Because of the name.
Because of the name, and he figured like this was Collard Green was popping. He figured like I might be able to make some money on the back end too.
What
like
was
some
it Collard
public
Green trade?
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
there, but
mad,
Collard Greens is
but
a
I
fire
was kind of
truck.
mad. I'm like, oh, you ain't never charged me for a beat ever. Like he did all my beats.
I would tell you that.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's why when you get your
Like-
beats, though, man, if you buy beats, man, get your contract with your beat, man. Like,
Yeah.
don't let nobody finesse you out you anything. I don't already, like, that was a free beat situation, but like, anytime I'm giving somebody a beat, man, get your contract.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get down the line. It's like, well, you know, I really wanted this, so like, just
Yeah.
So that's a good
Then even
question.
with the splits, it
What
gets
comes
crazy.
out of that with the contract? So do you say, well, pay me X amount of dollars and you can have it? Or do you say, pay me this, but then as it grows, I get do off of it?
So the blade, I mean, everybody's contracts is different. You can do how you please. Like for me, perfect example. Like I said, I'll do a lease for an artist because I know it's a lot of artists out here that can't afford $500 beats, $1,000 beat. They ain't gonna pay it. So like I'll do a $250.
Hold on. I'm sorry. You saying it's rappers out here with Gucci shoes and Gucci belts that
And buying tables at parties and can't buy beats. That's what he said.
I don't believe this. You know, not rappers from Colombia.
Don't do that, man. I'm on the show.
Don't do that. Nah, like,
Straight out of Colombia.
it's like a double-edged sword with rappers. I understand, like rappers really have to spend they're the ones who have to spend all their money. They have to buy the beat. They got to pay the engineers. They got to pay to get their song mixed and mastered. I understand, like they do got to spend their money, but you signed up to do it.
And they the
Ain't
last
nobody
people-
making you rap,
Yeah.
dog. Like
Yeah.
these
And
beats
they
ain't
the
free.
last, if they under a label, they the last people to get paid.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
label. That's why
because the points and everything, the labels recouping first, then the producers recouping,
Right.
the artists.
back to
That's
the
why your
advancement,
advance.
back to
That's
the
why you need to make
advance,
sure your
right.
advance was.
Right.
You know, you signed for a good situation. Don't sign your life away for a pizza party.
But this is a conversation, and I always say this, although we laugh, we talk. He said a pizza party. Goddamn. Listen, don't sign your life away for a pizza party. But this is a life lesson, and I always take it back to life lessons with everything. The reasons we talk about the different avenues of music is because you made a great point. Just because you see that Diddy, that Tim, that Swiss, that all these people have done these great, amazing things, and they are these great, amazing, famous people. There are great producers that are not famous, that are not rich, that are not doing all those great things. So you have to remember that there's a level of business and there's a level of education that is required to take off with anything that you do. And that is the reason why we have these conversations, because the shit look good on video. And it looks great on YouTube.
Sounds great in my
And they will be viral on TikTok and still sitting at home with less money than you. The conversation is you have to know contracts. You have to know money. You have to know business. You have to know what the hell you're doing, because you can sign your life away for a pizza party. You can be sitting here eating something great for the moment because people will take what you're starving for, whether it's food, whether it's a couple of dollars, and then you look up and somebody that made billions and your ass is sitting there with a full stomach that clear by the next morning. You have to have enough sense to make wise and smart decisions. And that's why we talk Black Wall Street. That's why we talk some of the stuff that we talk. It's not just to sit here and have a conversation that some of you might like and some of you may not. It's to educate that 12-year-old that's sitting there with a computer writing a song that becomes a shit that lasts as a legendary song, like the Frankie Beverly and Mays, you know, and you looking up later and you don't got shit, but they got millions because it's been happening to us for a long time. Our gifts, our talents, our money, our wins, our powers have all been taken from us and made other people billions, and we ain't got shit from it. So we have to learn from these moments and conversations. Like you said, you're selling your life away for nothing. So make sure your contract covers you, because you know when you sound like Dre, but you're not Dre, you Johnny down the street. You have to know what you're capable of. This nigga. So if we don't step in, I hate him. If we don't step in and pay attention to the shit that's happening around us, you're gonna miss it. And this is the moments where if you sitting at home, it was on the, if you ever get a chance to watch Netflix, watch Kanye. And we talked about Kanye being in people's top 10.
If you ever get a chance,
but Kanye talked about the Wu-Tang series is nice, but Kanye talked about when he had to meet with Little Kim and one more person, and he didn't have money to have a bus ride or a cab to get to them. Blocks. And that man ran 12 blocks. Some of y'all niggas won't wake up on time, but he ran 12 blocks. Now you sitting here talking about Kanye and Kim are crazy, but Kanye's a fucking billionaire. I'd rather be billionaire crazy than thousandaire crazy. So it's a kind of 900-aire. But you got to have that conversation with people, because if we don't understand the hustle, the hunger, and the business, we are effing ourselves. And that's a realistic conversation. If you haven't heard anything else tonight, hear that.
You feel like we had to get that off your chest.
I had to, because he said you're going to sell your soul for a pizza party. Nigga,
hey, speaking of which, though, hey, y'all see how battle rappers always use their opponent saying Chris threw that pizza party in her whole speech?
Yeah. That was telling me a bite now.
A battle rapper. That's a slogan? That's a slogan? You know when you're a battle rapper, if her say something about like, nigga, you eat pizza, you do that shit in the mix. Nigga, as soon as Train said that shit, like, nigga, you selling your soul for a pizza party.
That thing hit me deep. It made me feel like when they took a house and now they got an oceanfront property and your ass over there with $10, you done spent already. I don't like it.
Listen, before we get out of here.
Is it time to go?
No.
Nah.
Before we get before we get out of here, it's only fair that we throw our top 5. But I want to hear yours first.
My top 5.
You see how much? So I had to get the question off so I can go last. Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, first of all, we know it's RZA because I'm a Wu-Tang fanatic.
Okay. You going to the concert in September?
Yes, September 18th. September 18th. We already there.
Okay, I got my part.
September 18th. We're going to see Nas and Wu-Tang.
Majority of the time when Wu-Tang's around, hold
on,
oh, shouts out to Mario.
Majority,
we took care of that. Yeah.
No shots fired, but majority of the time they're gonna show their ass.
We're gonna show our ass. So I'm going with RZA first. Like I said, JD's on my list.
Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri's on there, bro.
I don't know, as a producer, the shit he put out.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it is.
Dre's on my list. Hurt. You know what I mean? Teddy Riley.
Bro said, bro, don't be distracted by him. He said Joe Budden.
No, I didn't say nothing about Joe Budden.
Like Shad, don't let Shad. Because Shad think Joe Budden's in top 3, bro. Like
Joe would eat Rick Ross alive. Eat him alive, my God.
And,
continue on in.
Ain't next time on hell no.
Eat him alive.
And number 5, as a producer, it's a toss up between Kanye and the Neptunes for me.
So y'all, are you taking in consideration the producer aspect or just the beat making aspect?
No, I'm taking producer because, like I said, after I watched that Hulu experience, the Wu-Tang shit, and I was like Chris told you, I watched that 9-minute thing like 25 times. The way RZA went home with a record, and you can see, visualize. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take them.
But for anybody who does music, that excited the shit out of you to see you do that because you relate to it. Because when you listen to music, you be like, "Oh, if they slow that down, they could do this and they could do that."
I'm gonna tell you something.
Honorable mention. My nigga Bang over here in the corner because I've heard his beats. I've heard a couple
He owes me $3, so I would not mention it. That time we was at Tea House, you said, "Give me some change."
One thing I never asked for is change.
No, I actually bring my change back. Give me $3. Yeah, we can talk about it when we get off camera. Right?
You said it was a story. I hate him.
Go.
Don't run it, man.
I'm gonna tell you
Don't
something
run
about
it.
Keith though. Like he said, like Keith, he used to do all my beats, but a lot of times
We're gonna sit for a while. It's raining. Y'all sit tight.
He used to make his beats and he used to format it. You know what I'm saying? Format it how he wanted, lay it out for me already. So I just go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I rock with him, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew once he got like what I like, he knew how to format everything. He knew how to format how I wanted my bar set up and everything. So that helps an artist a whole lot.
That's the good thing about having like an in-house kind of producer situation. You're gonna build with each other, like say Tobin and Gucci, or like you need that, man, so you can build. You know what I mean?
That's why a lot of the classic albums, excluding like maybe a Illmatic or maybe maybe I can't think of that. But like if you got one executive producer like a Kanye or Dr. Dre, when you solely cooking that thing up
with them
or RZA or something like that,
RZA.
that's why a lot of classics come out that way. When you got a lot of people working on something,
I get that.
No
It's in-house though. That's no different. Cash Money with waking up Manny Fresh.
Right? Because you got that feeling.
Orchestrated sound.
The thing about it though, with somebody like RZA though,
it's a brand almost.
He had 8 different artists with 8 different styles. He had to make a beat to fit each one of them. When they did their solo projects,
I doubt that because I agree. He had to cater to 9 different people, but at the same time, like it was still RZA. I think the artists more so catered around RZA's sound.
But they did. However,
but if you hear RZA talk about
it's beats like
what song that was on Iron Man couldn't be on Incarcerated Scarface?
I mean,
no, the big one.
All I Got Is You.
All I Got Is You. The way he did that,
he said
the genius, or you guys couldn't have did that. He did that shit for Ghostface.
I concur wholeheartedly, but
that's what I'm saying. So
that's one song, bro.
You asked me, give me one. I gave you one.
They didn't even want the twins. They came together with it.
But the RZA
did he not say give me one?
I did.
But the RZA actually sat down and said like he broke it down how each individual sounded and what they needed. Like Ghostface is more soulful. Right, the man is more charismatic. Like he knew what each person needed.
And then when I make a beat like Triumph, all 9 of us gonna be on this.
That's how you know you got.
But every album, everybody who came out with an album had at least 5 features, 5 songs with 5 features.
But they also had solo tracks that was made.
So what I'm saying is, I get that, bro. What I'm saying is like we can't be too far off if you have a beat that's solely fitted for me, and I got 5 other mates on this album 5 different times on 5 different albums.
Okay, so what
you understand what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is he made a song.
That's what I'm saying. So it can't be so RZA catered to everybody. That's like saying Manny Fresh. All Cash Money beats could have been catered to all Cash Money beats could have been catered to all hot boys.
Hell no.
Shit's real though. For a while, all the Cash Money shit back then was.
That's what I'm saying.
But they were catered to do it for a long time.
I know, but what I'm saying is
he had a sound, bro. It's like a regional sound.
But so
all them gonna fit the situation.
The RZA had a regional sound at the time too.
Okay, I understand that he had a regional.
What
sound.
do we say today? They're regional bias,
but
right?
the artists.
What I'm saying is though, he had a regional sound.
Whole Cash Money,
right? He had a regional sound. But for Meth, I'm gonna take these snares
out. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. Money was wrong.
They
were all the same.
No, they weren't.
Wayne was more charismatic. Juvenile was the elder. BG was the street.
Not really, because Cash Money felt that their cash cow was Juvenile. They never expected the shit we saw come out of Wayne came out of Wayne after Manny.
Who was expected to be the cash cow for Wu-Tang?
Meth.
Because he had the first single, or y'all?
No, because they threw him to death first.
I mean, I seen the same documentary as y'all saw.
They meant the man was gonna be the star.
It was a rhetorical question. I'm just glad.
Well, you asked it. We gave you an answer.
Okay, so my whole thing is.
But when I say somebody like, come back to me, when I say somebody like Teddy Riley though, like that nigga produced and made Remember the Time of Michael Jackson. His range was that fucking big. And then he went and made, before that. But
that's what I'm saying. Y'all mentioned 10 producers before even mentioning him and leaving that off the list. That's what I'm saying.
First of all, I didn't mention anybody.
I'm talking about producers.
When you brought it to me, I put it in there.
But didn't I say y'all rested in one genre?
That's what I did. I didn't. First of all, what we did, we let our guests have their moment. That's why they were guests.
He let
him brought it back to the host.
He let him have it. He told him, tell him their favorite foods, and he was like, nah, nobody exactly.
Like, nah, nigga, I don't like him.
I don't want them to spill the food in their bed.
I like nuggets. Nah, chicken is better. Calm down.
All right, so top 5.
I'm about to say, we got to move on.
I can talk. I can say my story.
I mean, I guess
because I will agree that Kanye is definitely in my top 5. Kanye's a fucking genius.
It's crazy. As
I will admit, and I'd say my top 5 comes from people who had decade runs. So Timberland is up there because he had a run.
For sure.
He had a heavy run. He still has a run. So
Right.
Kanye, Timberland, like I said, I do like these people who are out right now, but I am a Kanye. I am a Timberland. I talk shit about you, but I do like Drake. I will go with
Talk shit about me.
a little bit
I
because you
made
were
a
like
beat. I
Drake
made a
and see all that stuff. But I did not put all of just rap people in my. Teddy is in my list. I do say producers that did that, but I will give Diddy his credit. Although I don't think he's the greatest of all times, he's a hell of a fucking producer. Diddy can take an untalented person and give them a hit. That is like taking, no offense, but that's like taking an unattractive person and making them a goddamn model.
Yes.
You have to have a skill. It is an art. And I do not think we sit down and think about how much of an art that is. Because we even talked about when we talked Jay-Z and we talked Nas, Jay-Z has better beats than Nas. No sugarcoating it. He has lyrics, but Nas does not have close to the beats. The beat matters.
Yeah, it does.
I agree. So
push back on that.
what?
Hey, what's up, producers?
No, we're not talking about Jay-Z right now. We covered a lot right there. We covered a lot.
You
Give me your 5 again. I want your 5.
If he says that, we turn the shit off. If you say Nas,
Give me your 5.
It depends what you're looking for.
No, I'm asking Chris. I don't have clarity on her 5. She named something. She
I named all of them.
So you named Kanye.
I named
You named
Kanye.
Dre.
I named Dre. I named Teddy. I named Tim. And I said that when you look at different producers, I said Diddy.
She said Diddy. She did. That's
You might be invited to the cookout.
Nigga, I'm hosting a cookout. I'm
You might be
the one cooking with Tamika.
You might be the right
So,
one to
tell me I
cookout.
ain't cooking. You
Nice
Shouts
plug
out
for
to
Tamika right
Tamika
there. Hey,
Nicole.
nice plug for Tamika right
Shouts
there.
out to Tamika Nicole.
Who your 5 is, bro?
Who?
You.
Dre.
Nah,
Dre.
see,
Train.
Nas made some beats.
No, I'm not even with that. Listen, if you want to hit my top 5 America, dial 1-800-866-5529. It's pay-per-view. You got to pay me for that information. Listen, if you want to hit.
In other words, he didn't do the homework. He gonna have 5.
No, I got my 5.
Well, then give us your 5.
I'm gonna go with the usual suspect.
Baby, I love you, Nick.
No. Who did that? Don't chime in.
My Nick said Babyface.
No, that's already my top 5. We got Dre. We got Babyface.
There you go.
We got Teddy Riley.
Keep it coming.
We got Timbaland.
Give me one more.
Up jumps the boogie. So go ahead.
Y'all might not like it.
It's yours.
You can say
Come on, Joe Budden.
I got two tied.
You say Missy?
No. I don't like his music. I love his beats. Like Future is nice, bro.
He's a producer.
Future does his beats. I thought the Future does his beats.
Is Future producer?
Hell no.
Future doesn't do his beats.
Future, they got.
Hold up, Future doesn't do his beats.
No, he don't make.
No, man, he's a rapper.
I told y'all, pull me to the
Metro
side.
Boomin, the nigga I said,
Who's the other one though?
Metro Boomin makes
Metro Boomin, yeah.
I honestly thought Future was okay.
All right, so take him now. Who's the other one? You said you had 2.
Metro Boomin's his producer.
Pharrell is honestly an honorable mention in there.
But you know,
Nigga, it's so bad
I like
when the
Hitmaker.
rappers say
I like
they
Hit Boy.
when these producers
I was
say
gonna
they
say
shit at the
Hit Boy,
beginning.
like,
I like Hit
he
Boy.
got the
I
game.
had a conversation
But
with the car with my
Yeezy,
kids,
no,
and
Yeezy's
that's
in
how
there.
you can know who works.
Ye's in there, and then Hit Boy.
It's a fact.
Ye's in there.
Hit Boy is Lil Zane, ain't it?
No, it's Hitmaker.
Hitmaker. I knew it was one of them.
Hitmaker hard.
It was hit somebody.
Hitmaker is
Hitmaker
hard.
going
You about to
crazy.
get hit.
He sample everything.
Hit make a little Zay.
Hit Boy got it on lock as far as
Oh, Hit Boy going crazy.
Hit Boy Lil
I
Zay.
was gonna do 30 songs for the game. Though. That's crazy, bro.
It's so good now
You
with these
laughing.
rappers. That's a conversation we have with children. Like with if you listen to the beginning, you can tell who consistently works with who because they always say their name in the fucking
I mean,
beginning.
that's a tag so nobody can steal
This
I
it.
got a
Nitty
question
bitty.
for y'all.
Huh?
So, like, this is something that's going on in producing right now. I guess it would kind of be the same as like the ghost producer thing. But how do y'all feel about like a lot of producers now? What they do is they have like loop makers, or they'll go online and find like loops. You feel me? Like especially like the melodies already pre-made for them. They're just taking the melodies. All they do is put the snare. All they do is put the drums on it. So like basically, listen. So when we talk about ghost producer, like you were saying, a ghost producer thing, right? Because that's what's going on in today's producing. A lot of these people that are these big name producers, they're not really doing that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They
They
getting
write
loops.
checks. They don't write.
Oh, they still getting checks now.
They still
The checks is still getting got. But see, the fucked up part about it is a lot of the people who made them loops don't get their credit. because they're nobodies.
But like I said, and like I said in the message, Ghost producing back early on, somebody would do the beat, a young and upcoming artist would do the beat, and let's say
Dre use his name.
They say Drake put his name on it so they can jump the price.
Yeah, now it's the opposite. Now it's the young person makes the beat, but they just don't even use it. They don't get no credit, no nothing.
They're using your picture and they did your hair. That's bullshit. I was playing.
So we got catfish producers?
Catfish.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, man, listen, it's going on.
That music
Intriguing.
Intriguing. You learned
You would
something,
think
didn't you?
that they're making these crazy beats and whatnot, but go look at the credits for the song. It's 8 producers on that damn song.
They had to go down.
And they don't even know them. You know what I'm saying?
it'd
They
be
just
like-
they went on
it'd be
Twitter
like-
like, hey, send me some loops, y'all. And 18 little. This is where it's watered down. At.
How
You
much
got
in production?
18 little producers out here from here to fucking.
And you said 18,
Amsterdam,
and
they about to
that's
send beats. you
that
know?
means it's plentiful. So how much is skill and how much is just?
I mean, honestly,
Clout matters.
Yeah, how much
honestly-
is skill though?
honestly, like in the production shit, I'm not gonna say it's all skill because it's not. It's really about what you do after you close that goddamn computer, man.
Ooh.
Like you can make all the beats in the world, and beats ain't shit on your computer.
I told
You can have
y'all,
a trillion
you ain't a
fucking
business
beats. It
person,
don't
you
matter
know.
what you got. Like you ain't doing shit with the beats. Niggas ain't rapping on the beats. What the fuck does it matter?
You ever had somebody do a song to a beat and you was like, nah.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna tell you, we not doing that. We either gonna scratch it, start
But
it
that's what
over,
we was
or
talking
I
about,
even
how
damn near give you your money
trash
back for the beat.
songs
Like,
come out.
man, I
You
ain't
know how to
dropping
mess with
no
my name.
bullshit.
It's a lot of
I'm
trash.
past that,
Y'all,
like-
I ain't gonna lie to you. Shouts out to the boys and every part of you play Swag Surfing. It's a great song, but it's not because the lyrics are iconic.
Oh no, we know that. We know that.
It's
a
a
great
lot
beat,
of songs that
Yeah, it's the
the
beats.
things
the
are
beat.
not
I don't even know.
Makes you wanna
iconic.
move.
The only verse of that song I know is I got polo on my body. That's the
The
only
beat
verse
makes
of
you
that
want to
shit.
move. though.
But in a lot of songs that come out, actually, the producer will own the song, and the artist don't own nothing.
For
of it.
sure.
Due to the lyrics
Off
that have been
camera, I'll tell
produced,
y'all something
due
right
to
now.
the lyrics that
No, you right, bro. You
due
right.
to the lyrics that we've been subjected to over the last few years, you should know the song because you ain't said shit. Go ahead.
That's a fact.
No, I'm just saying, off camera, I'll tell y'all some names.
No, but how that works is like you gotta think like say you're dealing with a producer who has some motion about himself, like you the upcoming artist. I'm the winner in the situation, so you really need me.
Yeah.
So like for example, like my like I don't know, everybody got different beat prices, but say like I'm charging $20,000 for a beat.
You charge how much for a beat, bro?
Me? No.
And he
People
still
do.
you $3, ain't it?
That's what I want to know. Like, bro, you
just
charge how much
saying,
for a beat, bro?
I hate
No.
You can't cash out me, bro.
After he finished, I gotta ask
Like
you
nah, people out here charging $20,000, $50,000.
But not you.
Nah, not me.
Not him.
Not me.
Shut,
I don't
yes,
charge
he
you
is.
rappers, get
$1,000
up my
for a beat,
man Banga.
though. I'll charge you $1,000 for a beat. Yeah. for
Shouts
sure.
out to get some beats from Bang.
But the thing about it is
Big
like
facts.
if I'm the one, like I said, I want $20,000 for the beat. You know, I got $20,000 for this beat. So I'm gonna retain my rights to this beat. I own this.
Yeah.
So we can either, you can pay me all the time,
Or
or
lease.
you're gonna lease it.
But you
You
gonna
know
give
what I
me about
mean?
20 bands.
But I own that.
Is it harder
If
as an
you-
independent person than it is when you? Because I know you guys mentioned that labels basically, suck you dry, but with these labels, it's because they use their names and their clout to say, if I put myself behind you, they're gonna follow it just because it's me. So
For certain situations, I'm not gonna act like being in a label situation is always bad. A lot of people kind of push it to like being in a label situation is bad. It's really about the terms of your contract. Like labels can be very good for you, because at the end of the day, what the label's gonna do is it's a machine. They're gonna push you in ways you really can't push your damn self.
Let me ask you about placements.
Mhm.
Like, how would you, since you're independent, how would you go about getting your placements? This is another thing that people might want to
Yeah.
know.
Well, I mean,
Big thing.
elaborate on the placement.
Yeah, what is
placement
placements? Yeah.
is basically like a label buying your beat and placing you on maybe a project.
Right.
Let's say Juice Santana got an album coming out, and we're gonna place your beat on the Juice
On his
Santana.
album.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
A good way to get placements, man. I mean, it's plenty of ways, but like the best way I tell like up and coming producers, man, is network. You got to go out here and deal with somebody who
Soundtracks,
it's like the big thing like people try to do, like, because social media is here for all of us, but like they'll try to go on there and like, all right, I want to do a song with 21 Savage. Well, I'm gonna go hit him up. That motherfucker's not about to respond to you, bro. But now you can go find his engineer. You can go find maybe his like road manager, his homeboy who's just around the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And be like, hey, bro, I just want to holler at you. I got some beats. Kick him a beat. Before you know it, you got a placement. Like,
it's a time and generation and
for,
learn that.
For labels, I mean, like, honestly, you can walk into a label. Like, people don't understand that you can go walk into any label you want to.
I mean, back in the day, it used to have A&Rs.
Yeah,
A&Rs,
definitely. You still got A&Rs out here too. I mean,
really?
And
they got artist development?
Man, they got A&Rs everywhere. Get on social media, man. Social media is out here.
So trash, then.
Because that's what's selling.
The sound that's out right now is popping.
It's popcorn
You ain't
music
gotta
right now they're not doing it to last. They're doing it
problem is,
okay.
They're doing it for quick money, man. Everybody's trying to just catch that one song that makes. Like, think about it, right? Think about it. I broke this down in my dog.
You got lyrics. Like, it's
all the hit songs that are coming out now, like big hits. Think about it. Like Hotline Bling, that shit was a fucking hit. You don't have to hear that song no more. You probably won't ever hear that fucking song again. It doesn't matter.
It was a hit. Play it 20 years from now.
It was a hit though.
So you're saying they're not making timeless music?
Nobody's really making timeless music anymore.
I agree with that.
Real shit. Half of Beyonce songs are not timeless.
They're
songs.
not. But the reason why I'm gonna keep it real. The reason why
because she's a performer.
Beehive, she's just
music.
But he's right about that.
The reason why is because music now is too accessible. It's too easy to access music now.
And it's not a hit
so I
to
don't
nobody.
have to,
It's real.
I don't have to keep listening to the song over and over again on a CD. Like, oh, this is my favorite fucking song.
Me up.
Now it's, oh shit, I got Apple Music. Well, I like that song.
You're not gonna be sitting there at the middle of the night saying, if you love classic songs, you should hear this and this. Can you woo? These songs don't have lifetime. They don't have longevity.
They're not timeless. No, they're not. They're not.
People always hit me up like, you heard that? I'm like, yo, there's so much music coming out. I can't
rest on the album. You know, one time you used to be able to rest on the album for a month or two.
Yeah, I can't do that because everybody's trying to make money.
So
let me
ask you something. Okay,
it's not about longevity.
From your perspective, from you being an artist and you being a producer,
right.
What is it like working with a producer that knows it all, and what is it like working with an artist that think they know it all?
I think they know it all. They actually do know.
No. What I'm saying is a difficult artist that you know how to style and format and what beat cadence they should be on, and they just a lyricist. And you dealing with somebody that you're a lyricist, and you're saying like, I need something that lets me storytell.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of easy going in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only work with like 2 producers. Like Keith, I wouldn't count him as a producer. He's the beat maker. But if he's in there, he'll tell me what direction to go. But the 2 producers I work with, one was Sun Toucher down in Hopkins. They used to do Ali Ra. You remember Ali Ra? And they used to work with them. And they used to kind of do like the Jedi mind trick on me. Like have me do like 20 takes. You know what I'm saying? Just to get, and they'll just pick one. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? They'll just pick one.
Which one ever sound best.
Which one ever sound best. And then I worked with Venom Vendetta that used to do the hood. He did the hood hard beat.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Shout out to Venom, man.
Venom Vendetta. That's my
the J. Corn hood hard?
No. Hood hard from around. Yeah, hood hard.
Yeah. Don't make me slap me up. Okay. Shouts out to Hood Hard.
With him, once I got comfortable with him. Yeah, once I got comfortable with him, I could just tell him, lay my joint, and he had me. I come back, he got me sounding spectacular, bro. Like I never had no pushback. Like when I worked with a couple of white guys that didn't really know hip hop, I had to
see rap got filters too, but they don't tell you.
I had to kind of coach them.
I'm talking about women without filters.
Yeah, they mix a certain way.
They mix a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like working with somebody that knew what they was doing, I never had no pushback. Maybe I might be like, nah, I want you to do it something here. He'd be like, nah, trust me. You know what I'm saying? Just some trust me shit. It's gonna sound, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
I mean, for me, man, a lot of the artists I deal with, they not too pushy on like nothing like that. When I've dealt with artists who like they don't want to I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I think they got it figured out. Even like more big name artists, like I've been in the studio with big name artists, and like they're not trying to really hear too much you got to say. They just want to make the record. So
neither one of y'all got pushback. Okay, let me put it out there a little bit more broad. What's holding South Carolina, Columbia back?
I already know you live here.
I'm not a rapper. I'm not a producer. I want to know.
You rap. I seen you perform before?
Nah,
You out here singing and rapping and don't tell nobody
I
nothing?
seen you.
that's in my stripping days.
I'm about to say,
But
I seen you
I'm
perform at a
retired.
birthday party.
Honestly,
So,
man, I don't think it's nothing holding
Nigga,
us
you
back.
better
Like I
be
seen the other
performer.
day, I seen online they was talking about like gatekeepers in the city and
Trying
shit.
to get your.
I don't feel like there's no such thing as gatekeepers
How old
today.
are you?
Me, I'm 28.
Shouts out to the
28?
Rich Boys. Your daddy
You
lying.
might be a little too young for this. Me, Jim Star, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people
Jim
back
Star.
in the day,
Oh yeah.
Cloud
we have a
Green,
conversation
TD the Don,
like TD the Don. This song for all of them.
the Woodsman,
Yeah,
Cola
the Woods,
Boys,
Shouts out
all
to
the
TD
Colombians,
you know what I'm saying?
Collard
Head
Greens.
Hunters, Mr.
Yeah,
Flip,
huh?
all of them.
Yeah.
It was a time from probably about 2003 to about 2009. We should have been on, bro. With
I'm
all
still
the-
earlier than that, bro. Because
It might you had Mr. Black and
between Mr. Black, the Woodsman, and the Colombians,
Piezo.
and Piezo. Shouts out to
Piezo.
Piezo.
Yeah.
Y'all know Piezo, tall ass, crazy ass,
They done
black
said
ass
something, ain't it?
The whole world, man.
But
Oh my God.
it was a time where it was so much talent in the city. I
I agree.
don't understand how. I'm gonna tell you something. You remember? You just mentioned TD.
Yeah.
Remember his cousin Deucey that
God
died,
bless.
man.
Yeah,
That
all us grow together.
bro. They had the CD out, bro. Ace was working in the barbershop.
Yeah.
Somebody came in to buy a CD. Ace, you know what I'm saying? Ace selling the CD. Dude said, "Nah, I can't buy that because I'm from Leesburg." Not knowing, Shawty Slick on the CD. We all the rappers cool, but it's separation. Like it's no unity up in here. You know what I'm saying? I hate to go, you know what I'm saying, go back to stuff like that. But from my time, there's no unity. Everybody, it's dog eat dog.
And that's why, and I say this again before I let y'all go and enjoy your families tonight. Before you take your gift out in these streets, you have to have a sense of business. Because if you don't know nothing else, the city of Atlanta, when Atlanta came through with rappers, they was all together. You saw everybody and everybody videos and everybody. There wasn't no we like this and we not zone. I don't care what it was. They came together. And when Outkast said, you know, the South got something to say, they ain't shut up yet.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because you are more powerful together than apart. Majority of them had educations and understood that it's more than just getting on a computer or behind the scenes and making a beat.
Word.
If you don't understand that business sense, then you just a talented person that ain't gonna do shit. So the reality is you can have the gift, you can have the skill, but if you don't know what the hell to do with it, you're just a person that's got something that ain't going nowhere. It's a lot of Michael Jacksons. It's a lot of Michael Jordans that never got the chance to be famous on CNN or ESPN or BET because they didn't have the ability to push that talent. You have to have a sense of knowledge and business. And one thing about us all is that we have to realize that you got to know how to sell yourself. Because if you can't sell yourself, you just a good looking person that ain't doing shit. And on that note,
We're gonna say goodnight.
Before we say goodnight, I'm sorry. She said you have to say so. Where can we find y'all on your platform as far as social media?
Shod
Red
B
Cup
rapping on
Chronicles.
Facebook. Shod B38 on Instagram.
Red Cup Chronicles. Come on now.
I need to get back to Red Cup Chronicles, but I'm gonna be on this joint once a month.
You
Yes,
are.
He are.
Once a month. So y'all
Shaw's
gonna
talking
see me.
enough shit that we gonna bring him back once a month.
He's like the brother that just drinks too much and we can't bring him in. So,
When he shows us to that cookout, as y'all saw tonight, it's gonna be a good ass cookout.
On that same token, when we start playing our intros and stuff, although I will take somebody's shit and split it up real good so it don't give me copyright issues. I'm gonna start talking to Banga and start putting stuff in because one of the biggest things we need to do is start pushing each other and ourselves. We can't talk about unity. We're still using other shit.
right.
So I've talked to you. We talked to you about that before, and I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. We do have to start digging out at home because if one make it, all make it.
That's a fact. And I'll definitely chop you up an intro or something, man. You know
You
that.
can tell me one time. This is
Right,
how to be.
man.
She gonna hold you accountable, bro.
I already
And
know.
hell.
I know.
That's hell, bro. Where
Good morning,
can we find you?
sunshine.
All my social media is Banga Boys Hefe, Banga Boyzjef.
On all platforms.
Except for Facebook, man.
Why you
Chamberlain
say all of
Phillips,
them?
I'm
and then
sorry.
say-
I don't use Facebook like that. I feel like
You can't dance
that's,
to his
that's
beat.
for y'all, man. Y'all got Facebook on lock, man.
All the other ones though, I'm
But all the other ones, man, it's Banga Boys Hefe.
I can't wait.
Sister goes out.
You better sit down with your folks, figure out what your folks are capable of, and build with your people. Because you're gonna look up and still do that hating shit, and 10 years from now you ain't going nowhere. And that is not a win. I'd rather share a pot with people and we all eat than sit around hungry and looking stupid. Good night.
Night.
Good night.